will be settled on the field. A berth in the Eastern Conference AAA championship game is at stake. The WIOU High School Football Game of the Week is next.
WIOU Sports presents a special edition High School Game of the Week. Today, it's the Eastern Conference AAA semifinal game with the Shamokin Indians taking on the Berwick Bulldogs.
A near-record crowd is expected here at Crispin Field this afternoon, where two former Southern Division rivals are set to get it on in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Hi again, everybody. John Nugent along with Terry Gurn, and what a way to start off our postseason. Berwick and Shamokin. And if you haven't had an opportunity to see Berwick quarterback Ron Paulus in action, you will see it here this afternoon. One of the most highly sought-after high school players in the country.
What more can you say about this guy? Ron Paulus has got all the tools. He's the quintessential quarterback. He can run, he can throw, he's big, strong, quick, he's got leadership. He's got the entire package, and make no mistake, he is the engineer of this offense. As Ron Paulus goes, so go the Berwick Bulldogs, and I don't think Shamokin can stop him. Nobody's been able to stop Ron Paulus all year long, but they're going to have to blitz, stunt, do kind of things like that on defense to at least get him out of rhythm, because if he does get in rhythm, it could be a long day for the Shamokin Indians.
And also, for Paulus to be effective here this afternoon, he needs a huge game from his offensive line going up against a huge Shamokin front.
It's unbelievable. Shamokin probably is the biggest team around the area. They outweigh Berwick's defensive line by some 500 pounds, but, you know, that really doesn't concern Berwick too much. They feel they can out-quick Shamokin, so that'll be a good battle, though, to watch in the trenches to see who wins that battle.
The last 8 times Berwick and Shamokin have met, Berwick has won. Shamokin's looking to change that here this afternoon. It's our high school football game of the week. The opening kickoff right after this.
Today's WIOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Alaska Company, Incorporated in Bloomsburg, the First National Bank of Berwick, Wilkes University, the private college with a public mission, Geisinger Health Plan, and Bonanza Family Restaurants.
A lot of other restaurants talk about flame broiling like they invented it or something. Well, actually, fire cooking was a technique invented by Pithecanthropus man over 5,000 centuries ago. They called them burning.
Come get a great big deal on a great big steak. Bonanza's half-pound New York strip, only $6.99, including our food bar.
Unfortunately, your lightning broiled mastodon wasn't as tender as the char-broiled entrees here at Bonanza.
Bonanza, where the extras don't cost extra.
If you use electric heat, this Alaska Stoker stove will save you up to $1,000 or more every year. This beautiful cast iron Stoker stove can heat your entire house and water, and you don't need to build a chimney. Plus, Alaska stoves are automatic. They burn up to 4 days at a time, and you never shake a grate. Alaska Stoker stoves. See one burning today. Call 1-800-HOT-BTUs for your nearest Alaska stove dealer. That's 1-800-HOT-BTUs.
The First National Bank of Berwick, in touch with local residents for over 127 years. We'll still be here tomorrow, ready to fill your needs with quality personal service. Visit the First National Bank of Berwick at 5 convenient locations. We're staying in touch with you in downtown Berwick, on 3rd Street in Nescopeck, on Fowler Avenue in East Berwick, on Fries Avenue, Berwick, and on Route 11, Scott Township. Ask about the convenient services of personal touch banking. The First National Bank of Berwick, always in touch with you.
At Wilkes University, our students tell the story.
If you like a small school, personalized attention, it's the best people I've ever met in my life. I would definitely choose Wilkes.
It only took me 1 tour of Wilkes to know that this was a school for me.
I chose Wilkes because Wilkes has a very strong program in my majors, which are English and Spanish. And also Wilkes has a very high placement for law schools.
Wilkes works. Call today.
Eastern Conference semifinals. Shamokin has won the coin toss. They have elected to defer right off the bat. Terry, some strategy by Zielinski.
Yeah, I guess Dave wants to put his defense to the test early on. He's going to get that test as Paulus gets the ball first.
Clebin to kick off for Shamokin. It's a short kick, fielded by Hayes at the 25. up to the 27-yard line, where Berwick will go on the offense this afternoon. Checking the Berwick Bulldogs offensive line, Saltasia and Tonkinson at the tackles, Krupp and Stoker at the guards, Whitmere is at the center. In the backfield, Ronnie Paulus at quarterback. Soboleski and Soboleski joined back there as well. Bennett, Orlando, and Greg Michael is the tight end. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Their own 27-yard line. Soboleski around the left side. Picks up 2-3 yards on the play, 2nd down. The starting Shamokin defense this afternoon. Long and Wah at the tackles. These guys are big. Lichty and Jarosky at the ends. Fisher is the nose guard. At linebacker, Chad Ritchie, Jeff Steele, and Jake Davis. And in the secondary, Jason Litton, Brian Stamens, and Brian Borowski. 2nd down and 7. Ball's at the 31-yard line of Berwick. Paulus at quarterback. The Soboleski's in the backfield. They come out in the eye. Soboleski, the tailback, 2nd man through. He has the 1st down over the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Big stick by Brian Borowski, but Soboleski just kept bowling away. Interesting play on that, John. They brought the normal defensive or left tackle, Tony Saltasia, over to the right side. Brought Saltasia to the right side, number 72, and then ran right behind him. The handoff to Soboleski, with Soboleski leading, and a nice hole opening up, and Soboleski making a lot more out of what was there. He's just kept his feet churning and got the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, again in the eye. Mike Soboleski, 2nd man through off, tackle still on his feet, picks up a couple, 2nd down. We should mention that Mike Soboleski and Jason Soboleski, there is no relation. Jason Soboleski wearing 99, Mike Soboleski wearing 34. Both fantastic running backs, and one thing they do have in common. Shamokin will be put to the test here early, John. It looks like as if Berwick is going to the ground early on here. Shamokin does have some solid line backing.
The Bulldogs switching to the eye. 2nd down and 9. Mike Soboleski follows Jason Soboleski, bounces to the outside, takes a big stick at the 45. Shamokin comes into the contest at 8-3. Berwick, unblemished, ranked number 1 in the country at 11-0. Our conditions here this afternoon, cloudy and a threat of rain, temperature 50 degrees, winds out of the south, humidity at 83%.
This is really perfect, though, John. We can't complain at all about November football. This is a perfect day for football. Threatening skies, yes, but it hasn't rained yet. And if it does, I got a feeling that may be in favor of Shamokin.
3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Opening drive of this game. Paulus throws to Mason. Complete, 1st down. Into Shamokin territory. If this is your first opportunity to watch Ron Paulus, you're going to love watching this kid throw the football.
Well, you know, Ron Paulus is so good, but he also has so many weapons to go to. Ryan Mason, just one of many guys that he can throw to. Mason has over 10 catches, 15 catches on the season, and he can get open as well as Orlando. We want to mention also that Dante Pecorelli, one of the main receivers in this Berwick lineup, is injured. He has a broken collarbone, which occurred in the last ball game, his left collarbone. So Pecorelli will not be playing this afternoon. He's also their backup quarterback. So he is an intricate part of this Berwick offense.
And there you see Berwick head coach George Curry in his 22nd year as the head man here at the Berwick program. 18 Coach of the Year awards, 5 consecutive Wyoming Valley Conference championships, the National Coach of the Year back in '83. He has quite a resume.
Say what you want about George Curry. He gets the job done. He gets the W's, and his kids come out as intelligent kids. They're well-schooled. They really know about football as well as life. He's just a great teacher, great motivator. I mean, 215 wins. The guy's got an unprecedented winning percentage. Just a good all-around solid coach, and not a bad guy either.
And the delay down on the field. Shamokin calls an early timeout right away. Berwick moving the football. Dave Zielinski decides, let's call a timeout. He comes on the field, talks with his defense. As the ball is spotted at the 44-yard line for Berwick.
Well, we should also mention, John, that Bill Bucky is in the game for Shamokin at middle linebacker. He's number 33. Now, this is his first appearance in a game in about 2 months. He is dealing with a bad knee. Zielinski wasn't sure if he was able to go this afternoon, but Bill Bucky is in there at middle linebacker. We'll see how long he'll be able to last.
This is a Berwick power formation.
Oh, that...
Berwick looks to shift into the eye, and Shamokin jumps offside.
We have a dead ball, encroachment, defense.
Berwick, so much movement, shifting into different formations. A lot of times we see this happen every week, is the opposing team will jump offside.
And the hard count by Paulus, the veteran quarterback, brings him off as well.
And our officials for today's game, the veteran Bob Spagna is the referee, Mike Melnick the umpire, head linesman is Tom Ludke, line judge Nick Bullock, back judge Walter Kodak, and the field judge is Joe Pavarnik.
Paulus just keeping around the right side that time for a few yards. You know, everyone talks about his throwing ability, John, but this guy can run as well. He can, if you key on him too much with the blitzing and the stunning, he'll just keep the ball, and he can scramble for a big kid, too.
Paulus has run for over 400 yards. On that carry, he picked up the first down. So Berwick moving with 9:08 to go here in the opening quarter. We're scoreless.
14 touchdowns on the ground for this guy, too, so he can get it done on the ground.
Paulus in the shotgun. Incomplete. Bennett, the intended receiver, back at the 5. Jake Davis on the coverage.
Nice coverage by Davis, a linebacker. Great coverage there. I mean, Paulus had all kinds of time. He tried to touch pass it in there. Here he is in the shotgun. Watch the pocket form around Paulus. He's got all kinds of time. Great blocking by the front, and he just tries to loft it in there. Doesn't get a perfect spiral, so it throws it off a little bit. But great timing on that play by Jake Davis to knock the ball away.
Paulus' favorite receiver, Pecorelli, is down for the season with the broken collarbone, so now he goes to Orlando, Bennett, Ryan Mason, and a host of others. Second down and 10. Paulus again out of the shotgun. It's complete at the 10. Hayes to the 5-yard line. First and goal for Berwick. B.J. Hayes inserted into the lineup this week following the injury to Pecorelli.
And B.J.'s only a sophomore. He is a great player. He's an up-and-comer as Berwick just doesn't rebuild, they reload. And this guy is one of the key factors in the future. Paulus, once again, all kinds of time. He goes back to Davis's side. This time, Hayes gets around him. Nice diving effort there by Davis. Can't get to the football that time, and Paulus zips it right in.
First and goal. Paulus keeps it inside the 5, down to the goal line. Second down and 1.
And there you see Paulus's running ability, and just one tackle will not take this guy down. An arm tackle definitely won't. You got to put your shoulder and everything you have into him because he is a big kid and he's awfully strong. He's got a big upper body too.
And he's run for 14 touchdowns this season to go along with 22 touchdown passes. It's a spread formation.
Berwick likes to do this down near the goal line. So many options when they spread the field.
The sneak follows his guard. Touchdown, Berwick. At the 7-minute, 55-second mark of the first quarter, Berwick draws first blood, and they lead it over Shamokin 6-0.
Well, I've seen this team play at least half a dozen times this year, and they just do this all the time. They get on top of the other team before they can even blink an eye. I mean, you look up the scoreboard, and they're up by a couple touchdowns. Berwick likes to strike quickly, and they like to get their opponent down emotionally, mentally, as well as physically, and boy, that was an impressive drive right there.
We have movement on the line. Paulus on to attempt the extra point, but now the Bulldogs may go for 2.
We have a dead ball, encroachment, defense.
Bob Spagna with the encroachment call. Berwick will go for the 2-point conversion now. Dave Zielinski won the coin toss, decided to defer. It has backfired, his strategy opening up this game.
I got a feeling they'll go to Jason here.
It is Jason Soboleski easily into the end zone. 2-point conversion. Berwick's lead now at 8-0.
Probably 10 out of 10 times he'll get the ball into the end zone from the 6-inch line.
Jason Soboleski has scored 110 points this season. Watch it again.
And this guy brings a load. There's no way you're going to stop Jason Soboleski, but there's the touchdown by Ron Paulus as he just sneaks it in, spreads the field out, and gets the opening on the right side. Here's a look at the extra point now, just a straight dive to Soboleski, who lines up as the setback. He goes off the left side behind Saltasia there and ducks it in.
Jason Soboleski, a highly recruited 6'4", 225 pounds by a number of Division I schools. Soboleski will kick off the ball for Berwick. Big number 99. We were down on the field before the game. You just don't realize how big this kid is. We were talking about, imagine having to try to tackle this guy.
He's just so thick, you know, he's just solid all around. And boy, he would give you a headache for about a week.
7:55 to go. First quarter, Berwick leads it 8-0. It's a short kick. Ritchie will let it go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Good decision by Ritchie. He could have came up and grabbed that, but he was patient, let it go out of bounds, and Berwick will have to kick it again.
The winner of this game here this afternoon, let's listen to Bob Spackler.
Nobody touched it. Ball went out of bounds with nobody touching it last. Therefore, they take a choice of the ball on the 35-yard line and a first down.
There you go.
Let's take a look at the Shamokin offense here this afternoon. Heitzman and Waugh are the tackles. Falad is the center, Long and Steele at the guards. In the backfield, Jeff Hodrick, fine quarterback, being recruited Division I. Kurtz is back there. Morosky, Ritchie, and Davis. The receivers, Lichty is the tight end. 1st and 10, trips to the far side. Kurtz with a pitch over the right side, maybe a yard. The Berwick defense this afternoon, Stoker and Weaver are the tackles. Ryan Wolf is playing nose guard. Jason Soboleski and John Lipsy are the defensive ends. Second down and 9. Shamokin to the near side. Hodrick to Ritchie, stutter step, heads for the sideline. He's up to the 40 and tackled out of bounds at the 43-yard line. A pickup of 8 on the play.
Well, this is what Dave Zielinski wants to do. You have to get the ball to Chad Ritchie. He wants to get him in the dead zone. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing. This guy is really elusive. He's only a junior. Chad Ritchie is a very tough guy to bring down. They want to get him the ball in the open field and let him do his stuff, try to make the first tackler miss, and then pick up whatever yardage he can. Nice play there by the Indians.
3rd down for the Indians. 3rd and 2. Hodrick keeps it on the option, has a hole, has a first down midfield and into Berwick territory. We've talked about Paulus. Well, Hodrick is an excellent quarterback as well.
I would say Hodrick is probably the best running quarterback around the area when it comes to scrambling. When there's nothing developing, this guy can get out of a jam better than anybody around the area. He is very tough and so intelligent. He knows when to go and he knows when to throw. This time, it was a designed run the entire way. Everyone's sucked in the middle. And look at the huge opening. All kinds of real estate there for Hodrick. Very tough kid, a great athlete. We're going to see, if you haven't seen this guy all year, you're in for a treat because he is a very good quarterback.
Hodrick at 6'3", 216, a big kid. Hodrick to throw again. And it's deflected and intercepted at the 30-yard line by the Bulldogs. Bill Hetler, who is playing on a sprained ankle, and it looks like he re-injured it on that interception.
What a spectacular grab that time by Hetler, and a good play call by Shamokin that time. They caught Berwick in his zone. Ritchie found the soft spot in the zone. Hodrick tried to get it in there, but somebody... someone looked like Beaupain got a hand on it, but it also ricocheted off Ritchie's opposite shoulder, so he wasn't ready for the catch, and Hetler came in for a great grab.
First turnover of the ball game. Berwick back on the offense at their own 32. Paulus out of the shotgun. Blitz is on. Paulus downfield, and it's incomplete. Ryan Mason, the intended receiver, 2nd down.
I'm going to tell you, John, that's a great call. I see a lot of coaches around here. It's an unwritten rule in football. When you get a turnover, you go up top to try to get the bingo. This time, Berwick just sends it deep. Paulus going deep. Why not? You, in essence, have a play to waste. You got a turnover. Mason just can't get that one, but a great call by Curry, trying to get up top, get the team down while they are already down, get them even worse.
Again, the spread formation. Nobody in the backfield but Paulus. He throws to Orlando. It's complete, 35. Orlando knocked out of bounds, 38-yard line. Chris Orlando is the big receiver for Paulus now that Paccarelli is out. Orlando, that is his 28th catch of the season.
Yeah, he's no slouch either. I mean, Orlando is an incredible athlete as well. He can make the catches. And they're so coy about their offense, John. They just set you up. They throw those out patterns. They throw the short slants. And before you know it, Paulus is heaving it deep and you're burned. You suck up. You play man-to-man, a little bump and run, and then they blow right by it. There's the shift again.
Third down. Out of the eye, Mike Sobolewski, second man through, and he's taken down at the 40-yard line. Butke, the middle linebacker, on the stick.
Well, Butke looked pretty healthy on that play. He just came firing through, knifing through from his middle linebacker position to make the tackle. No one picked him up, and he took down Sobolewski for a minimal gain at best. Once again, Jason leading the interference, the kick-out block, but Butke is there to fill quickly.
Bob Krupp, number 75, pulling on the play, and with Sobolewski as well, Jason Sobolewski, a lot of running room there. Fourth down and 2. Berwick is going to go for it at their own 40-yard line. Kelchner, or I should say Paulus, look at this! All the way to the 40-yard line! You know, I said Kelchner because it looked like Jake Kelchner out there for a moment, Ronnie Paulus.
Yeah. And if you have any doubt about this kid's strength, well, that should have answered your question or quelled any of your doubts. Once again, Berwick spread the field. No one lining up in the backfield. Looks like they're going to pass on 4th and 2. Paulus just takes it in and around between the left guard and the left tackle. Look at this guy just go, carrying the entire team on his back.
It's the longest run of the ball game.
Got it.
1st and 10. Shamokin's 40-yard line. Paulus again. Throws behind Orlando, incomplete.
A rare misfire by Paulus that time, moving to his right. Tough pass to make.
Paulus has completed 55% of his passes this season. Just 6 interceptions to go along with those 22 touchdowns.
A lot of times those interceptions are batted balls, too. He throws so hard the receiver can't catch the ball. Subsequently, it bounces up in the air and the defender picks it off. I've seen that happen a lot this year.
Berwick concluding their season with a victory over Williamsport last week. Shamokin concluding their regular season with the loss in Delaware last Saturday. 2nd and 10. Paulus under pressure, and Paulus will be sacked. Bill Butke, number 33, the first man to greet him.
Well, that time they brought Steele and Butke as well, both middle linebackers on a blitz that time. Good call by Shamokin. They got the good call at the right time. Berwick just, it was a numbers game. They didn't have enough guys to pick him up. Paulus couldn't get out of this one at all. He's in the shotgun. Butke comes firing through, as well as Steele, and takes everything he has to bring down Paulus.
It's a loss of 5 on the play. Paulus, with good presence, could feel the pressure right away. 3rd and 15. Jason Sobolewski in a wing. Appears to be some confusion. Paulus turns to Bob Spagna and says, timeout. That's Berwick's first here in the first half.
Now, Ron will audible when he has to, but he does not call the plays on this Berwick team. In the 2-minute drill, he does call his own plays, but Curry calls the shots.
These are a couple of former Southern Division rivals. The last time Berwick and Shamokin played was in 1990. The Eastern Conference Final, that was a ball game Berwick won by the count of 13-7. A reminder, if you're up late tonight, you can catch the rebroadcast of this Shamokin-Berwick game, the Eastern Conference Class AAA semifinal. That's at 1:30. If you don't plan on staying up that late, well, what the heck? Set your VCR and you can watch it again. Kevin Jordan working the sidelines this afternoon. Kevin, what do you have?
Well, John and Terry, the reason Berwick called that timeout, if you counted the number of guys in the field, they only had 10 guys on the field. That's what Paulus recognized. There were only 10 guys on the field at the time. That's why Berwick calls the timeout, takes it now. Back to you.
Good pickup.
Thank you, Kevin.
You know, a lot of people, John, were looking at the one common opponent. Well, they had a couple common opponents, but the one that was glaring was Coughlin, because Berwick really blew out Coughlin here, and Coughlin went down to Shamokin and won. But you can't really compare that because this isn't the same Shamokin team. Hodrick was injured in that game, so really not a very good comparison to make.
3rd and 15 from the Shamokin 46. Paulus throwing, incomplete. Again, he was under pressure. 4th down.
Shamokin doing a great job of forcing Ron to throw early. That time he just sidearmed it and didn't get the ball to the receiver.
Watch it again. He throws on the run as good as anybody
Sure
I've seen.
does. He can throw off his opposite foot. He can throw off balance. This time it was a designed roll to the left. He just sidearmed it a little too much. pressure coming there by Jeremy Jarosky.
Paulus, who does just about everything, also punts for this Berwick team. He's back at his own 42-yard line. He angles it for the sideline. Well, no, he angles it for the goal line, and it goes into the end zone. Richie let it go in, and it will be brought out to the 20-yard line, where Shamokin will go on the offense, trailing 8-0 with 4:12 to go here in the opening quarter.
It was a nice boot. This guy does it all. Kicks extra points. He could probably play defensive back as well as anyone, too, if they had to put him in there.
Dave Zielinski, the head coach at Shamokin, has done a fine job of rebuilding this program. 8-3 this season. Took him to the state final last year before he lost to Conestoga Valley by the count of 8-0.
He's coming in with a good attitude, too, John. He says, you know, we have nothing to lose. He's excited about this game. If they get blown out, he says, oh, well, you know, people expected that. If they win, no one expected them to win. So it's all icing if he can come out of here with a victory.
1st and 10, Shamokin on their own 20. Trips to the far side. Bo Payne coming on the blitz. He's picked up. Hodrick throws, and it's complete. Far sideline. Jake Davis with an excellent catch and a first down for Shamokin. I don't know how that ball got in there.
I don't either. What a great catch and a fine defensive effort by number 8, Mike Bennett for Berwick. Watch this guy just come over Davis's back to try to make the pick, but the nice touch pass. Excuse me, that was Orlando that tried to steal the ball away. Number 5, but Davis just got his body in there and sucked that ball right in.
The Berwick secondary has picked off 20 interceptions this season. Kurtz, quick pitch, has some running room. Over the 35 to the 37-yard line. Good pickup for first down.
Yeah, get ready, because this Shamokin team is going to be around for a while. Richie's only a junior. Kurtz is only a junior. Jake Davis a junior. A lot of guys on their offensive line are underclassmen, so got an awful lot of talent in this Shamokin
Did you
team.
see number 65, Chris Watt, 325 pounds? He just planted Bo Payne, the middle linebacker, on that play.
He is huge.
2nd down and 7. Penalty flag.
I think Curry was screaming for movement.
You have a dead ball. You have a false start. Offense.
It's a 5-yard penalty. It will bring the ball back to the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 12.
Well, you hate to say it, but Shamokin pretty much has to play a near flawless game. They can't have too many turnovers, and they really can't have penalties if they're going to beat this Berwick team, because they'll take advantage. They'll jump on top of you if you let them.
Some of the scores from last night. District 2 tournament underway. Nanticoke beat Wallenpaupack 41-16. Richie comes in motion. Looks like he wants to throw. He does. Complete. 37-yard line. The ball comes out. Berwick covers it. They're calling incomplete. An incomplete pass. 3rd down. As soon as Richie took the pitch, you could tell he wanted to throw the football.
I'm not sure if he was trying to fake or not. Nice isolation of Richie here, bringing him in motion. Do anything you can to get this guy the ball. Even if he's throwing the football, he made no bones about it that he was throwing the ball in that time, and got it in. Looked like it may have been a completion, but the ref had a good line of sight on that ball, so Davis apparently did not have control of the football.
3rd down. Shamokin at their own 32. They need 12 for a first down. Hodrick rolls right. Sobolewski with pressure. And Hodrick goes down. Bo Payne, number 40, will be credited with the sack.
Also credit Sobolewski, though, for getting in there. Sobolewski's got 7 sacks on the season. Bo Payne, the Berwick Bulldog leading tackler, is there to clean up. Bo Payne on a blitz, coming from the right side. Sobolewski sheds his blocker. Great containment, too. He keeps Hodrick in there just enough so Bo Payne can come in and clean up. That was a great play by a defensive end by Sobolewski. Containment on the quarterback.
Kishbaugh also with the first hit on Hodrick. Hodrick is back at the 15-yard line to punt the ball away. It's a good snap. It's a low kick. Orlando fields it. He's at midfield. And Orlando's taken down. Good tackle at the 48-yard line by Jake Davis. 1:53 to go, opening quarter. Berwick with excellent field position at the 47-yard line of Shamokin, and they lead it 8-0. Watch this hit again. Jake Davis, I'll tell you, when we televised that Pittston game, this kid all over the field.
I remember that. And Davis puts a lick in here on Orlando, who is a quick guy, but Davis just takes his legs out from underneath him, upends him on the sidelines.
1st and 10, Berwick. Jason Soboleski, lone set back. He takes it off tackle over the 45 to the 43-yard line. Good pickup on 1st down.
Saltasia and Krupp on that left side. They're working it.
Berwick averaging 6 yards every time they run the football. They average over 7 yards on every play on offense.
The Berwick coaches say Soboleski will probably be a defensive player in college. I don't know. I just look at him and see tight end all over him.
Could be a linebacker as well.
Yeah, he could be anything.
Soboleski right up the middle over the 40, 39-yard line. 3rd down. Now, Berwick has yet to give up a point in the first quarter of the entire season. I'm sure Shamokin knew that coming in. It looks like that record is going to hold true with only 50 seconds to go here at first quarter. Running down some of the other scores from last night, Wyoming area came back to beat Dunmore, District 2, Class AA semifinal. Final count last night, 20-14. 3rd down. Paulus keeps it. Paulus spins. Paulus with the 1st down.
Quarterback on quarterback that time. Hodrick and Paulus butting heads that time.
What Shamokin's finding out, it's going to take more than just the first guy to bring Ron Paulus down, as they saw in that quarterback sneak on the last possession.
So many weapons, and they have so many formations as well. This time they come with the option, something that you might not expect, but Hodrick comes up and fills, makes the tackle, but not before Paulus gets the 1st down.
18 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10 for Berwick. Shamokin 34. Soboleski, big hole. And another 1st down. We talked about it. Imagine this 240-pound fullback coming at your safety man.
He's a runaway train. Brian Stamets, he's only a sophomore. He's 5'11", 170 pounds. He did his best, but I mean, you can't expect the kid to take this guy down with a full head of steam. Looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger coming at you with pads.
The first quarter has drawn to a close. Eastern Conference semifinal. Berwick is leading Shamokin 8-0.
When my employer told us we could choose health care coverage from a number of different companies,
it will be against the Bulldogs, bringing the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, 21.
False start, the offense, repeat the down, 2.
Something you don't see from Berwick very often. Mental mistakes, very well-schooled team, very disciplined team.
Let's check in with Kevin Jordan once again. Kevin?
All right, and I'm down on the Shamokin sideline with Coach Dave Zielinski. Coach, your defense has been on the field here for an awful lot.
Too long. We had a tip pass, put them back in business. Right now they're running our tackle. They're trying to get some more people on the line of scrimmage because they're just shredding us. Well, we got to roll out here. I think we got him now. Let's intercept it. Oh, he slipped. Well, what can you do? I can't even call it a play-by-play.
Nuge isn't splitting his pay with you, though, Coach.
That's okay.
Good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Coach Dave Zielinski.
Well, if Dave Zielinski ever wants to give up coaching and join us up here in the booth, we'd love to have him. He did a good job on that play.
Dave, nice call. Just a tad biased. We got it.
Well, Morawski was there, but he slipped down. So, yeah, I think they would have had the interception.
Well, there what Berwick was trying to do, hit the post pattern that time. Paulus just couldn't get the ball in there.
The one team that has had success against Berwick this season was Hazleton, and that's because they controlled the football. Shamokin, by the 3rd quarter, if their defense continues to stay on the field like this, will be in trouble. 3rd and 10. Paulus fakes, throws, wide open. 1st down, 5-yard line. Roberts, number 23, Chad Roberts, a senior wide receiver, and the 1st down.
Once again, Berwick just brings in a guy, Chad Roberts. You kind of forget about him while you're covering Orlando and Bennett, and all of a sudden you drag him across the middle. He's wide open. Davis comes up to save the touchdown. But again, there's just so many weapons on this Berwick team, you can't stop them all. The only way to stop them is to keep them off the field, and you have to hold on to the football because they're going to score on anybody.
1st and goal from the 5. Sobolewski hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a yard or two.
Good fill.
Second and goal.
Good fill by Jeff Steele there.
That's the way to stop Jason Sobolewski. You have to hit him at the line of scrimmage before he gets momentum going.
And low, too. That time Steele just took his legs out from under him. He's only an 185-pound linebacker, but he just took Sobolewski's knees out from under him and upended him.
George Curry taking care of the offense. Dave Zielinski taking care of his defense. Second and goal from the 4. Berwick leading 8-0. Just under 10 minutes to go, second quarter. Sobolewski up the middle, spins, he's into the end zone, touchdown. For Jason Sobolewski, touchdown number 17 on the season. Berwick now in the lead by the count of 14-0, and this is the position Shamokin did not want to find themselves in, down 2 touchdowns early. Paulus to attempt the extra point, Orlando on the hold. Snap is good, kick is up, and it is good. 9:43 to go, second quarter. Berwick leads Shamokin 15-0.
Typical Berwick drive, mixing the play with the run with the pass. Sobolewski doing most of the work. Paulus hitting the pass when he has to. Here's a look at the touchdown. Just a simple handoff off the right side. Sobolewski powers his way in, basically going right off the center. Tom Whitmore straight ahead, and even if his teammate's in his way, he'll knock anyone down.
That was Greg Michael, number 89, the tight end, and he took the toughest hit on that touchdown. You see some of the dog bones.
Yeah, the Berwick version of the dog pound. Well, Shamokin's got to get something going here. They definitely need a score before halftime, John. It's up to Hodrick to make things happen, get him rolling out, get him working things for the offense for Shamokin.
Ryan Mason to kick the ball off now and places Sobolewski. Ritchie fields it at the 15. He's at the 25, 27, and slips down at the 27-yard line where Shamokin will go back on the offense. That time, Berwick kicked the ball low. You really don't want to see Chad Ritchie get the ball on a high kick, maybe back at the 5 and get ahead of steam because he is very dangerous. That last scoring drive, 9 plays, 47 yards. The end result, Sobolewski with the touchdown, time of possession, 3 minutes and 57 seconds.
Yeah, it seemed a lot longer than 4 minutes. That was a perfect drive by Berwick.
Shamokin 1st and 10. They come out, trips, far side. Hodrick calling signals. Short drop, throws for Jake Davis, incomplete. Davis looks back at his quarterback and says, where was it?
Yeah, that was a little lazy-armed action there by Hodrick on those quick look-ins. That's why they name them quick look-in. You got to zip it in there. You got to get it in there before the defender has time to react. That time, the ball sailed a little bit on Hodrick.
Dave Beaupain, the inside backer, drops back in that little hook zone to cut off those look-ins, and he tipped that ball on that first interception by Hetler. And I think Hodrick is a little concerned with Beaupain as he drops back into that hook zone.
Shamokin spreading things out all afternoon here. Once again, they have 3 guys to the wide side.
2 tight ends. They like to go with this Miami offense. Second down. Hodrick under pressure, throws. It's complete, and it's a first down. Bill Butke, number 33, with the reception and the first down for the Indians.
Interesting play that time because Davis was open off the line of scrimmage. He was kind of waving his arms like, throw it, throw it, throw it. Hodrick didn't throw it. He kept rolling out. Kishball was there, number 90, but Hodrick knew what he was doing apparently because he waited, got the ball to him, and great running after the catch by Davis.
Pickup of 11 on the play.
Ritchie's isolated here to the right side.
The pitch will come to Kurtz. Ball is loose, and Berwick recovers. So again, Shamokin shoots himself in the foot with the turnover. First an interception, now the fumble.
There's no way they can win the game doing stuff like that. The Berwick offense on the field will kill you.
Let's watch it again.
Well, Kurt's not known to be a fumbler, just carrying the ball in the wrong arm. First of all, that should have been in his right arm. He's carrying it to the left. Tackler comes from the inside, pops it loose.
Randy Weaver, who had 16 tackles a week ago on the recovery. Let's see if Paulus will go up top right away, and he does.
Sure.
Throwing for it all. He has Orlando down there. Complete at the goal line. He did not get into the end zone, but it is complete right on the goal line.
A well-oiled machine. They are so surgical, so meticulous about what they do. Once again, another turnover. You go up top, you try to get the touchdown. Looked like Orlando even got in that time, but the ref called him out at about the 1-inch line.
A pickup of 47 yards on that play.
What a beautiful pass-catch combination. Paulus to Orlando.
First and goal. Paulus tries to sneak it in, and he's in. Touchdown, Berwick. The Bulldogs now lead it 21-0 with 8:19 to go, second quarter.
Just enough to break the play in that time by Ronnie Paulus.
Again, we saw it after the interception. First play by Berwick, they went for the big play. They did it here, completion to Orlando.
A lot of coaches go with the philosophy, you get a turnover, consider yourself lucky. Keep the ball, try to run down the field. Berwick's not that way. You get a turnover, you try to take advantage of it. It's a play that you would normally have had, so you try to go up top and get the touchdown. Why not?
And Paulus with the extra point. 8:19 to go, second quarter. Berwick's lead now at 22-0.
Well, what does Curry say? He's 0 for 2 on 22. Well, he's got 22 up on the board now, and it's looking pretty good for him. Let's take a look at that long pass again, John. Once again, Paulus with all kinds of time. He has forever, and he just lost this timing pattern up. He was looking at Orlando the entire way, even came up a little short with the pass, but Orlando adjusted to the ball, and Richie was out there covering him. It was good coverage on the play, but Orlando made the catch, and here's the touchdown. Paulus just ducks it in off the left side, just enough to break the plane.
It's not your normal quarterback sneak. A lot of guys just go straight ahead. Berwick will call a hole. Quarterback sneak through 2 or 1 or even 4, and he'll work his way down the line and look for the hole and step into the end zone.
And we saw George Hawanitz of Valley View going straight up the middle. Paulus likes to go off guard or tackle.
Mason with the kick. Shamokin Fields at the 21-yard line. The knee went down. And that is where Shamokin will go on the offense. And it is tough if you're on the Indians right now not to be demoralized with what has happened. The last scoring drive, just 2 plays, 42 yards. A long pass to Orlando of 47 yards, setting up the 1-yard quarterback keeper by Paulus. Time of the drive, all of 21 seconds.
Well, the Dogs have been doing it all year long, getting teams down early, and you have high school kids here. You're dealing with high school kids, and they get down emotionally. It's tough to bring them back. We'll see if Zielinski's able to do that. Oh, boy.
Hodrick sacked. A 2-step drop, and he still went down.
Looks like it was Kishbaugh on the play, number 90. Guy's got 9 sacks on the year. Well, make it 10. He just comes smoking in and dumps Hodrick. He didn't have a chance. Kurtz wasn't able to come up and pick him up out of the backfield. Kishbaugh shed his blocker and was there.
Kishbaugh did not start the game. Stoker did. Kishbaugh is in there now, one of their leading defensive players.
10 sacks. Whew.
Second down and 13. Loss of 3 on that last play. Hodrick, complete. 22-yard line. Jarosky slips down, and that is where they will spot the ball at the 22-yard line.
Looked like it was somewhat of a tight end screen with nobody out there to block. Jarosky delayed at the line of scrimmage, then release. Had a couple receivers on the right side, but they were running patterns. No one really out there for interference.
Ball is spotted at the 21. It'll bring up 3rd down. We've had a light rain on and off here this morning and this afternoon. The field's starting to get a little slick. Trips left side. Hodrick looks that way. Sobolewski with the pressure. Hodrick going to tuck it in, but he will not make it to the 1st down mark.
Nice speed there that time by number 50, Ryan Wolf.
Ryan Wolf, the nose guard and one of the leading tacklers on this team.
Hodrick once again trying to make things happen. Little sprint action to his left and then starts to roll out and has ideas of running it and decides to do so. But watch number 50 make up some serious ground. Wolf just gets a leg on Hodrick and brings him down short of that first down marker. That was a key play for Berwick because Shamokin has plenty of time to get a score in here before halftime with about 6 minutes left. But now Berwick is getting the ball back.
Berwick leading it 22-0. Hodrick back to punt, zone 18. Penalty flag. It's a good punt. Orlando feels it, 36. Heads for the sideline, cuts it up, has some running room. Zap midfield, down the sideline. Orlando knocked out of bounds inside the 10.
Remember, we do have a flag.
Flag at the 30-yard line.
We got illegal procedure. Only 6 men on the line on white. Refuse. First down.
It's starting to come apart for Shamokin, if it hasn't already.
Well, if you haven't seen the Berwick machine, here's a good look at them. They are so well schooled in every facet of the game. If you come down to their practice, they spend all kinds of time on that kicking game, and it certainly pays off. That time the wall set up beautifully to the left side, and all Orlando needs is a glimmer of light, and he will take it a long way.
First and goal for the Bulldogs inside the 10-yard line. Mason comes in motion, split backfield. Polished the throw. Has Sobolewski. Another touchdown for Berwick. Sobolewski has caught the ball. 4th catch this season. That one for a touchdown.
Well, right now, the Shamokin defense is so disheveled, they really don't know what to expect. Berwick pulling out all kinds of plays. That time releasing Sobolewski, who hasn't been known to be much of a receiver this year, but releases that time an easy catch from 9 yards out and gets into the end zone. Great look by Paulus.
The Berwick lead at 28. They now look to make it 29. Snap is good. The kick is up, and it's short. 5:39 to go, second quarter. Berwick's lead now at 28-0.
Well, John, you know, we had a feeling this could happen because whenever Berwick is playing, they have the potential of blowing anybody out. You have to get on them early. If you don't, you're in for a long, long afternoon. Shamokin made too many mistakes early on. We don't want to call this game over by any stretch of the imagination. We got a whole other half to play, but Shamokin certainly not in a good situation here. Little play action by Paulus, zips it out to Sobolewski. No one really watching him, and he gets in easy. Had another receiver open too as well, number 89. Greg Michael was open on the right side, so Paulus had his choice of receivers on that play.
Shamokin's so concerned with all the other wideouts that they never even suspected that Sobolewski would come out of the backfield for a pass. Ryan Mason to kick it off once again. It's another low kick. Fumbled, back of the 15. Ritchie picks it up. Good run at the 30. Ritchie heads for the sidelines. He's at the 40 and taken down at the 45-yard line by the kicker, Ryan Mason. So Shamokin with some breathing room and see if they can do anything with the field position.
Well, if anyone's going to bring Shamokin back, it's going to have to be Hodrick and Ritchie. Ritchie is just so electrifying. Here he makes something out of nothing. There really wasn't much set up, but so elusive and great footwork. Look at his, just watch his feet. And he breaks it to the outside. Mason was there to make a saving tackle because if Ritchie turned that corner, he may have broke it all the way.
5:15 to go, second quarter. Shamokin 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Slot to the left. Jake Davis comes in motion. Hodrick looks. Hodrick under pressure. Weaver couldn't bring him down. Hodrick throws complete to Ritchie. First down. 42-yard line. Hodrick felt the pressure, got away from it, and then found Ritchie.
Little improvisation on that play.
The last scoring drive, just one play, 9 yards, 9 seconds, and the short touchdown pass to Jason Sobolewski. First down for Shamokin.
When you're in trouble, you look for your favorite receiver. That time, Hodrick looks for Richie. Richie adjusted to the ball, broke off his pattern, and got open. That's a mark of a great receiver.
4:33 on the clock. Kurtz the lone setback. Kurtz is hit for a loss. Wolf, the nose guard, first man in. Sobolewski finished him off.
Unbelievable how Berwick just fires off the football. They know that Shamokin is bigger, but that really didn't concern them, as we talked about at the beginning. They just out-quick him, as the coaches like to say. We out-quick him, and that time Berwick just firing off the snap, and Wolf was in the backfield almost before the handoff was made. Jeez.
Shooting the gap, a loss of 2 on the play, second down and 12.
They're in a tough situation now, John. The Indians forced to pass here, and Berwick knowing that.
Slot to the near side. Davis again in motion. Hodrick looks that way. Down the middle, double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bennett on the interception, his 5th of the season. 3rd turnover of the game by Shamokin.
Remember this name, Mike Bennett. This guy is a good one. Only a sophomore.
They expect him to be playing a little quarterback come next season. Morosky, the intended receiver, but it's double coverage. Orlando on the backside, and Bennett playing center field.
The ball almost got in there if it wasn't for the athletic ability of Bennett. He outstretches his arms. He's got those long arms. Also a fine basketball player there. You see 6'4". He's got those long, lanky arms. He just got him out there, and the ball stuck to his hands like glue.
Berwick goes on the offense, their own 7-yard line, and Paulus looking for a bundle. Goes for Bennett. Complete! Oh! Touchdown, Berwick! The 93-yard scoring strike. Wow! We're seeing the best of Ron Paulus this afternoon.
Well, that'll look impressive on the stat sheet.
93-yard touchdown pass, and what can Dave Zielinski do but watch at this point?
Stunned. Well, you know, you should learn from your mistakes. Every time Berwick gets a turnover, they go deep. Ron Paulus just was making it evident he was going deep, looking at Bennett the entire way on that play, and he just heaved it out there. Bennett just outran the coverage, and Curry is just loving this.
Paulus to add the extra point. He missed his last extra point attempt. This time the kick is perfect. 3:17 to go, second quarter. Berwick's lead, 35-0.
If you're wondering if you're watching the #1 team in the nation, well, let me tell you, Shamokin is no slouch. They can beat a lot of teams. Berwick is just that good. I mean, just a clinic they're putting on here this afternoon.
Imagine when that scoring drive comes up, it'll say 1 play, 93 yards.
Paul is throwing from his own end zone, undaunted, just steps up into the pocket. He had some pressure, but look at Bennett adjust to the ball, and it was right over his shoulder, and then Bennett has incredible speed. He just outruns number 11, Brian Stamets, all the way to the end zone. What a fine, fine play.
You know, I was watching Bennett as he streaked down the sidelines. He had his head down. He didn't even look up for the ball until it was just over his shoulder, and there it was.
Right. Too many receivers concentrating on catching the ball, but you got to get open first.
Richie at the 18. It's up to the 30, has a hole down the middle, over the 40, 42-yard line. Again, Shamokin has had good field position, but they just keep throwing the interception and fumbling the football.
Their best offensive have been these kickoff returns by Richie. Well, they can't get too frustrated now. They can't start chucking it deep. They have to try to play within themselves and one score at a time at this point.
They take a look inside the Shamokin huddle.
Well, we haven't seen them spread to the right side much. Here they come to the wide side on the right.
Morosky, Richie, and Davis. Hodrick to Davis. First down and more at the 40, 35, 30-yard line. You know, I watched Shamokin walk to the line, and it didn't look like they had much fire in them, but Hodrick isn't ready to give up just yet.
I noticed that too, John. They kind of walked up lackadaisical, and that may have been a good way to do it because Berwick was on their heels. That time, just a quick slant. I mean, just a two-step drop, and just fires it real quick, does Hodrick, across right down the hash mark to Davis, who does some great running after the catch.
Pick up a 28 yards on the play. 1st and 10, Shamokin at the Berwick 30-yard line. 2:32 on the clock. Hodrick under pressure, throws underneath, penalty flag in the backfield. It's complete, but let's see what the flag is all about.
I think it's holding. I think someone was hogtied there in the line of scrimmage.
Sobolewski, 99, was in there from his defensive end position. It is holding against Shamokin. So if it's not a turnover, it's a penalty.
Right here in the line.
Let's check in with Kevin Jordan.
John Terry on the sideline. We have a microphone that picks up the sideline sounds. It's called a parabolic mic. And a couple of times, the guy who's been handling that for us, John Gardocki, has been awful close to George Curry. At one point, when he was standing next to Curry, Curry turned to him and said, "Can they hear that on TV? Are they hearing my plays? Get that away from me." Apparently, 35 points isn't enough. George Curry doesn't want Shamokin knowing anything about his offensive or defensive strategy for the rest of this game.
George will probably give our Mike an elbow if he gets
George Curry will be the first to tell you it's a 4-quarter football game. Hodrick throws out for Ritchie. They rule it a forward pass and not a lateral, and incompletion.
Berwick fans hoping that would be a live football, but it was a forward pass.
2nd down and 20. Under 2 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. The winner of this game, and it looks like it is going to be the Berwick Bulldogs unless something dramatic happens in this 2nd half. We'll play the winner of Montoursville and North Pocono, who are playing this afternoon. A lot of people talking about a possible Berwick-North Pocono rematch. Of course, that great game we had last year for the Eastern Conference Championship.
Best game I've ever seen. Well, Valley View and
that was a good one,
North Pocono
too.
was pretty good, too.
Hodrick, pump fake, has Ritchie in the seam. Incomplete. The ball was there. Ritchie couldn't bring it in. 3rd down. He took a pretty good lick as well from Mason and Orlando.
Yeah, Chris taking something from his brother Bo on this shot. Bo Orlando, the defensive back for the Houston Oilers. Chris, not a big guy, but he brings everything he has and really pops Ritchie there as the ball arrives. Mason on the coverage as well.
Orlando with 10 INTs this season. Playing defensive back certainly runs in his family.
Boy, that's amazing. 10 interceptions. That's extremely good.
3rd down and 20. Looking at it as the free safety would. Kishba on the sack. On every passing play, there is at least one Bulldog that gets in the backfield unattended to.
Number 11 by Kishba, and you got to think Shamokin would pull out a shotgun if for anything to give Hodrick a couple more seconds to throw. That time he just comes firing in from the left side, shuns the blocker. Boy, Hodrick didn't have a chance. Backpedaling on the drop back, and he was flat-footed and didn't have much time.
Hodrick back at his own 41-yard line to punt it away. Orlando, the lone return man. Hodrick angles it away from Orlando, and it goes into the end zone for a touchback and will be brought out to the 20-yard line. Don't go away. There's only 59 seconds to go, 2nd quarter. More than enough time for Berwick to put another one in the end zone.
Don't think they won't.
Bulldogs lead at 35-0. A lot of people talking about this game coming in, going back to the history of this rivalry, to the early days in the Southern Division, as we will tell you about our Thanksgiving Day game coming up on Thursday, the big rivalry down there between Stroudsburg and East Stroudsburg. Special time, 10 o'clock. 1st and 10, right up the middle. Sobolewski over the 25, 26-yard line. But getting back to my original point, this rivalry goes back to their days in the Southern Division, and then, of course, last year, that war of words between the two schools when Shamokin opted for the District 4 rather than the Eastern Conference, and thus locking North Pocono and Berwick out of a possible state championship run.
That's all good, you know, hype the games. Healthy
2nd
competition.
and 4. Paulus to Bennett. He steps out of bounds, 33-yard line, and a 1st down.
had the playoff problems with the setup last year. There's no problems this year. Everyone basically gets a shot at getting into the playoffs, and they have the rematch they wanted to Shamokin, and not faring too well here in the first half.
26 seconds to go here in the first half. Bennett stepped out of bounds like they're going to run their 2-minute drill here. Final 26 seconds. Sobolewski, the lone setback. Paulus, straight drop back. Under pressure, throws underneath. To Mason, incomplete. Penalty flag back at the 30.
Sobolewski pleading his case.
Was back at the line of scrimmage. Referee Bob Spagna with the call.
You have a dead ball foul, personal foul on blue. The down counts. It'll be second down.
Personal foul on Berwick. I did not see the number or the incident that happened. It was after the pass was thrown. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it will bring the ball back to the 16-yard line.
It may have been something on Sobolewski as pass blocking. Might have been a chop block or something like that. I didn't see the play.
So 20 seconds on the clock. Berwick in the eye. And they look like they'll just run out the clock. Sobolewski over the 20, 25-yard line. And Berwick will go into the locker room with a huge lead. We are at halftime here at Crispin Field, the Eastern Conference AAA semifinal. Berwick all over Shamokin. 35-0. We'll be back with halftime activities right after this.
How would you turn this space into your personal hydrotherapy center? Just add water. For warm water therapy, soothing relaxation. Soft Tub is the spa of infinite possibilities.
The First National Bank of Berwick, in touch with local residents for over 127 years. We'll still be here tomorrow, ready to fill your needs with quality personal service. Visit the First National Bank of Berwick at 5 convenient locations. We're staying in touch with you in downtown Berwick, on 3rd Street in Nescopeck, on Fowler Avenue in East Berwick, on Fries Avenue, Berwick, and on Route 11, Scott Township. Ask about the convenient services of personal touch banking. The First National Bank of Berwick, always in touch with you.
This region is blessed with some of the best high school football in the nation, but until this season, that excitement was limited to what you get in the stands. As a part of our commitment to the community, WYOU this year put over $1 million of equipment into this broadcast truck, making sure we bring you the best in live high school football action. It's been a terrific season for us so far, and we hope for you. If you haven't caught the YOU Game of the Week, give us a shot on Saturday, Championship Saturday. It's a triple header. It all starts at 11 o'clock, and we guarantee you, we won't let you down.
Health plan? You know what I want in a health plan? I want the peace of mind that my family and I will get the best health care available when we need it. I want a health plan that lets me get medical care close to home from skilled physicians and the best specialists available. And I want to know that if we have a really serious problem, we can look to all the resources of an outstanding medical system. That's why I chose Geisinger Health Plan at work. It's the right plan for us.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Alaska Company, Incorporated in Bloomsburg, the First National Bank of Berwick, Wilkes University, the private college with a public mission, Geisinger Health Plan, and Bonanza Family Restaurants.
Welcome back to Crispin Field in Berwick. John Nugent along with Terry Gurn. It is halftime. Berwick leading Shamokin in this Eastern Conference semifinal by the count of 35-0. Right now we're going to check in with the Shamokin Area High School Marching Band. It's in its 26th season of competition under the direction of Larry Cooper. Their program today is a mixture of classical, jazz, and contemporary music. The director, Larry Cooper, assistant director, Perry Woolcock, band front advisor is Dottie Rarick. Let's listen in. It is halftime here at Crispin Field in Berwick. The Berwick Bulldogs leading Shamokin 35-0. We'll have more halftime activities right after this.
From the best in aerial platforms in all shapes and sizes to aerators and augers for the yard and a complete line of contractors' equipment. Check us out. Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. Saturday, 7:30 to 4. Valley Rental at the corner of Hazel Street and Wilkes-Barre Boulevard, Wilkes-Barre.
The Villa Capri, home of the Bulldog Lounge, wants to take this time to say congratulations to the Berwick Bulldogs for their achievements this football season. Terry, Donna, Julie, and their staff invite you to enjoy dinner and drinks with your friends anytime during this holiday season. Celebrate at the Villa Capri, 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick. We're Bulldog proud.
Help fight crime in Pennsylvania. Watch News 22's Crime Stoppers report tonight at 11.
This W1.
Baywatch turns the tide, riding a new wave of action, adventure, danger, drama, romance, and rescue. Catch the crest of excitement with David Hasselhoff and the men and women of Baywatch.
Saturday night at 7 on WYOU.
For expert equipment, one name says it. Valley Rental. From the best in aerial platforms in all shapes and sizes to aerators and augers for the yard and a complete line of contractors' equipment. Check us out. Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. Saturday, 7:30 to 4. Valley Rental at the corner of Hazel Street and Wilkes-Barre Boulevard, Wilkes-Barre.
The Villa Capri, home of the Bulldog Lounge, wants to take this time to say congratulations to the Berwick Bulldogs for their achievements this football season. Terry, Donna, Julie, and their staff invite you to enjoy dinner and drinks with your friends anytime during this holiday season. Celebrate at the Villa Capri, 11th and Mulberry Streets in Berwick. We're Bulldog proud.
The greater Berwick area has a population of 22,000 people. The community is situated along the Susquehanna River about 30 miles southwest of Wilkes-Barre and is readily accessible from Interstate Route 80. The school district serves over 3,500 students and encompasses 101 square miles. The senior high school houses 880 students in grades 9 through 12. The high school staff, including teachers, administrators, and members of pupil services, totals 68 professional employees. Academically, students enjoy a wide variety of choices when selecting areas of study. They are guided into college preparatory, business education, or general education, with all three offering varied electives. Every year, well over 60% of our graduates go on to post-secondary education. In addition to an excellent balance of academic offerings, Berwick students are provided with a wide variety of extracurricular activities. There are 18 interscholastic varsity sports programs. There are also 24 clubs and organizations, including academic achievement groups, musical groups, publications, dramatics, and service organizations. Berwick High School is proud of the achievements of its students and the community's continued support of the total educational program.
Halftime activities continue from Crispin Field in Berwick. The Berwick Bulldogs leading Shamokin 35-0. Time now to listen in on the Berwick area senior high school marching band under the direction of Mr. Ron Wasser. They're proud to have completed a very successful competition season with an appearance last weekend in the Tournament of Bands Atlantic Coast Championships at Lackawanna County Stadium. Let's give them a listen. Halftime activities continue from Crispin Field in Berwick. Berwick leading 35-0. We'll be back with highlights and halftime statistics right after this.
Today's WYOU Sports High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Alaska Company Incorporated in Bloomsburg. Franklin First Savings Bank. When it comes to banking, see Franklin's First. Wilkes University, the private college with a public mission. Geisinger Health Plan. And Bonanza Family Restaurant.
There's no better relationship than a faithful and prudent friend. Those words were true when I wrote Poor Richard's Almanac, and they're true today. There's no friend more prudent and faithful than Franklin First. For years, Franklin First's strong financial base and commitment to service have made them this region's trusted investment partner. You want a bank you can have faith in? You know who to see.
You know, I don't even like to think about health care coverage. But when I do, I just want to know that we have the best possible for our family. I want a plan with convenient locations and access to the best specialty care facilities and hospitals. What I don't want is deductibles. And I certainly don't want to fill out any claim forms. That's why we chose Geisinger Health Plan at work. We think Geisinger's the best choice.
At Wilkes University, our students tell the story.
Wilkes has a great deal of hardware, a great deal of cutting-edge technology and equipment to do that cutting-edge technology.
I think it's the people, the friends that I made. I couldn't find better friends in the world.
It's a well-rounded education. It's not just books and math. It's I've made friends. It's just fun to hang out with your friends.
I love it here at Wilkes.
Wilkes works. Call today.
How would you turn this space into a portable paradise? Just add water. Soft tub, fun and luxury, anytime, anywhere, with anyone. Soft tub, the spa of infinite possibilities.
Welcome back to Crispin Field in Berwick. There's the score. Berwick leading Shamokin 35-0. We've been talking about the Berwick offense the entire first half. Their defense is getting it done as well.
Creating turnovers on this play in the first quarter. Shamokin with the ball. Watch number 40, Dave Beaupain, seems to have gotten a hand just enough on this ball to knock it away as it bounces off Chad Ritchie into the air. And watch Billy Hetler come in and make a great diving grab to come up with the iron interception. That's what you call creating your own opportunities.
And then the most incredible play of that first half, Paulus, 93 yards to Bennett, streaking down the sideline.
Well, this is the longest play from scrimmage in Berwick history, and Paulus just airs it out, gives it everything he's got. That ball traveled probably 60 yards in the air. Bennett just outran Stamets to the end zone, made the adjustment to the ball, and a great catch. Once again, Berwick going deep off a turnover.
And that really wasn't bad coverage. It's just Paulus puts it right there over the proper shoulder. And it's just amazing the way he throws the football. Taking a look at our WYOU Pepsi halftime statistics. Two things that jump right off the page, passing yards and, of course, the turnovers.
And, you know, Shamokin really hasn't had an opportunity to run the football. They get down early. They have to throw. They only have 9 rushing yards, but indeed the turnovers are the story. Shamokin had to play a near-perfect game, we said at the top, to knock off this Berwick team. They are far from that. In fact, they are just really self-destructing, and that is evident on the scoreboard.
To say Berwick has done the most with their possessions here this afternoon would be an understatement. I can only recall once in the first half Ron Paulus having to punt the ball away.
Right, every scoring drive, every possession has ended up in a score, we should say, and a touchdown on Berwick's part. They have really just marched down the field, and it's really Paulus getting it done, the engineer of the offense, just getting everything to click. Curry, of course, calling the plays from the sidelines, but Paulus is making them go, run and pass. They're doing it all.
The rain really starting to fall now at Crispin Field here in Berwick, but as you see, the stands remain full, the umbrellas are up, and these are a faithful bunch here in Berwick, and they will stay throughout. Right now, we're going to check in with Kevin Jordan down on the field. Kevin?
Coach, your team down 35-0 here at halftime. What do you tell your team to bring them back, put them back in this game?
Well, we had some things, you know, they hit a couple long passes, they returned a punt on us, but we moved the ball. I thought we moved the ball in spurts. They're not really, I don't know, we're down 35-0, but if you can say they're not mauling us, it's not a maul job, it doesn't seem. We've been able to do some things offensively and move the ball. We had a couple drop passes. You know, we've got to hang in there, and maybe we can get some things going our way and get closer somehow.
What about the weather here? I mean, it's starting to rain like heck now.
The dogs rained on us the first half, and now we're getting wet for the second half, so it's just one of those things. The kids are trying their hardest, and Berwick's got a darn good team.
Okay, Coach, good luck to you in the second half.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Coach Dave Zielinski, his team's down 35-0. John and Terry, you know, very often we talk to both coaches at halftime. We asked George Curry before the game if he would speak to us at halftime. He said, no, wait till after the game. I'll talk to you then. We'll see.
Superstitious.
I'll say one thing about Dave Zielinski that we're finding out here this afternoon. He's down 35-0, but he has a sense of humor.
He certainly does. You know, he says it doesn't seem like a maul job. Well, the reason it doesn't seem like it is because Berwick is scoring on the first time they get the ball. I mean, their scoring drives have been 1 play, 2 plays, 3 plays, so they're scoring quickly. That's why it doesn't seem like a maul job, but make no mistake, it is.
But he does have a point. They have moved the ball pretty good, but no way in comparison to Berwick, as you see some of the drives here this afternoon. Every drive a touchdown except for just one where Paulus had to punt it away.
And their field possession has been pretty good to start off, except for the one time they were backed up against their own goal line, but they just came right back with that long bomb. Shamokin, on the other hand, has been forced to punt on several occasions. Not too many 3-and-outs. They have moved the ball, as you said and Dave mentioned, but not to any note.
And of course, Shamokin.
That's ugly.
Shot themselves in the foot here this afternoon with the fumbles and the interceptions, and really some poor execution in some critical moments in this first half.
2 interceptions and a fumble, and then the other's punts. That'll make a coach's skin crawl.
Well, at the start of this game, Shamokin won the coin toss, and they elected to defer, putting their defense on the field first. And what does Berwick do? Well, they march down the field and they score a touchdown. So that strategy backfired. Zielinski wanted the ball to start the second half. He'll have it, but I don't think he expected to be down 35-0.
And he needs it. We also want to mention that Paulus now has the Berwick school record. He's got 24 touchdown passes on the season. He broke Jake Kelchner's record, who had 23 back in 1988. That's touchdown passes in a season. Paulus, I think, now owns every record imaginable to mankind.
And it's only fitting that he breaks Jake Kelchner's record. Jake, who led Berwick to a state championship a few years back, now the quarterback at West Virginia. And at one time during this game, I did call Ronnie Paulus Jake Kelchner, and I apologize, but these are two great quarterbacks.
Yep.
Ryan Mason to kick off for Berwick. Sobolewski normally will do the kickoff duties, but they want Ryan Mason to kick it low on a liner down the middle, so that Chad Ritchie has a tough time back there returning the football. The second half is now underway. Ritchie at the 21, up to the 30, has a hole, he's 40-yard line. Chad Ritchie all the way back to the 43, and as you mentioned, Terry, this has been their best offense is off the kickoffs.
He's so good in the open field. He's just a perfect return man for punts and kickoffs. He's in that mold. He's so elusive. No one really can get a good shot at him, but we did see a good shot by Chris Orlando early in their game. It's probably the best hit that Ritchie's taken all season long.
Some character building to take place here in the second half of Shamokin. Let's see how they're going to come out.
The rain has died down just a little bit, too.
1st and 10, 43-yard line of Shamokin. Kurt Stallone setback. Takes it up the middle, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd down. Bill Hetler with that bad ankle has an interception today. One of the guys in on that tackle.
Shamokin just not holding their blocks. I tried working the left side. There was nothing there.
You know, we talked about it in the open, the size differential, a huge Shamokin front line. Berwick, they have some big guys up there as well, but they do it with technique and speed and finesse.
I'm not a big size guy, really. I mean, it's nice to have big guys, but if they can't, not saying that Shamokin can't, but if you can't execute and you're not quick, I'd take a quick guy and a technician any day.
Hodrick to throw, complete, and a 1st down. 40-yard line of Berwick. Jake Davis once again.
Well, that seems to be working. Berwick laying back in his zone, and Davis is getting that soft spot right down the hash mark. He's just going straight down the field. Nothing fancy about this. Just a little play action fake by Hodrick. Pulls up, 3-step drop, and Davis is coming right down inside, in between the middle linebacker and the cornerback.
Pick up a 15 on that play. And the thing about Shamokin, when they do catch the football, those defensive backs from Berwick have really been laying a look on it.
Well, Berwick may bring their safeties up a little bit more to put a stop to that, Bennett and Orlando.
Berwick in that 52 defense. Hodrick to throw again. Has a man down the sidelines, and it is almost intercepted. Bennett on the coverage. It's a zone defense, and Bennett comes over, plays center field, and he's down. May have had the wind knocked out of him.
Good defense by the receiver, Brian Morosky, to nail Bennett on that play as the ball arrived. He played some defense on that because he knew he didn't have a shot at this ball. Hodrick's got to watch this. You can't throw it up for grabs when Bennett is around because he's taller than everybody. He just times that pass perfectly, but Morosky also does a good job of getting there when the ball arrives and laces his helmet right into Bennett, and it looks like he got him right in that sternum, or maybe right in the breadbasket. The wind knocked out him. However, they're working on his knee now.
Berwick head coach George Curry very concerned with the injuries that have hit his team towards the end of the season as he makes a run for another state championship. Pecorelli going down in the Williamsport game said it was just a regular play, a normal catch. He went down kind of funny and got up, and he had a broken collarbone, so he's out for the season. Bennett's okay, and he'll be back in there. Had the wind knocked out of him on the play.
Well, Noel Shortledge, also a defensive back for Berwick, is injured. He just a freak kind of accident, hurt his knee on the way to practice. He was just walking, and his knee kind of just went out on him, so he's been out. Also, but hey, Shamokin has had their share of injuries as well. I mean, Zielinski's team is just as banged up as anyone's around, and they're playing on all heart here this afternoon. They're trying to get something going here in the second half.
They're at the 42-yard line of Berwick. Third quarter just underway, 10:21 on the clock. Second down and 10. Hodrick fakes to Kurtz. He's under pressure, nobody open. He's in all kinds of problems now. Picks up a block, finally throws, and it is intercepted. B.J. Hayes at the 30-yard line. Hodrick threw behind Kurtz and was deflected, and Hayes was there for the interception. The third for Berwick this afternoon.
Hodrick looking for some pass interference on that play. And he's not going to get a call.
The Berwick Bulldogs will go back on the offense. First time here in the second half.
Well, it was another semi-play action fake, not a very good one, and Berwick did not bite on it either. Hodrick rolls to his right. There was absolutely nothing on that side, so here he tries to dump it to Kurtz, who can't get a handle on it. B.J. Hayes comes up with the batted ball. The nephew of one of the coaches here, one of the assistant coaches, John Pruitt, who is also a fantastic running back when he played here at Berwick. B.J. Hayes, another sophomore, so Berwick has got tons of talent all the way down the line.
The ball is spotted at the 47-yard line of Shamokin. First and 10. Knowles in motion. Handoff. Jason Soboleski. A couple of tough yards over the left side.
Richie trying to rip the ball out of there, but Soboleski's got a good handle on it.
Second down for the Bulldogs. 11-0 coming in.
Here's a scary thought, John. None of Berwick's teams have a loss this year. 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, JV.
As you said, they do not rebuild, they just reload. Second down, the 45 of Shamokin. Roberts in motion. Mason, the wingback, comes around back to the line of scrimmage, and it will be third down.
Nice play by Berwick. It looked like it was developing nice for them, but Jason Lichty stayed home on the left side, made a good tackle.
What Berwick does on that wing back around or end around, they don't normally go around the outside. What they'll do is they'll call a hole, the 2, the 4, the 6, the 8 hole, and in the huddle they'll call what hole that the wingman coming around should go through. And that time Mason cut it up, I guess, between the 6 and the 8.
There was no hole that time.
Yeah, right. Third down. and 7. Paulus out of the shotgun. He throws, incomplete. 4th down, B.J. Hayes, the intended receiver.
That's a moral victory right there for Shamokin. The first time that Berwick has been 3 and out. Nice defensive effort there by the Indians.
A Shamokin man is down at the 43-yard line. Some of the scores that are going on today: Honesdale and Scranton Pratt. This is the Class 3A semifinal. They are tied at 6, first quarter.
Looks like Chris Waugh down there.
In a great deal of pain.
Oof. No, that's not him, because that's Waugh, 65. Can't really see the number. I think it's 68.
68, Ray Fisher is being helped off the field.
260-pounder.
Fisher playing tackle and guard, nose guard on defense. It's that left leg.
Another one of the many injuries by Shamokin this year.
Coming up a week from today, November 28th, is Championship Saturday on WYOU, beginning at 11 a.m. with a District 2 championship ball game. And then, if everything goes according to plan, we will be back here at Crispin Field if the Bulldogs win. And then we'll be back at Lackawanna County Stadium to wrap up our triple header. Right there, you saw it happen again. It happened in the first half. Berwick shifting into the eye. Shamokin jumps offside.
It's funny, you know, you can hear the fans and people in the press box just laughing because they've seen it all year long.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, still 4th down.
It's tough to pick up, though, when you're on the other side of the ball and you hear the quarterback's cadence all game long. You're getting fired up in the second half, and it's easy to jump off sides.
So now the offense will trot back onto the field for Berwick. 4th down and 2, so they're going to go for the first down.
So much for 3 and out.
Yeah. They have a power backfield, right side.
Jeez,
and once again, Shamokin jumps.
They ought to try going down the field like this. The first scoring drive without a play. Yeah.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense, 1st down.
You have to watch the ball.
Yep.
You know, Berwick over the years has really perfected that play on 4th down. Well, they'll look like they're going to go for it. They'll shift in a punt formation. Everybody will jump offside. They get the first down, and their drive continues.
They can do it all.
1st and 10, 35-yard line at Shamokin. Knowles in motion. Here comes Mason around, has a hole, and he's over to the 30, 29-yard line.
He's a gamer, Ryan Mason. Boy, he's tough.
They can do so many things.
Yep. Not a tall kid. You know, he's built low to the ground, but he's a great receiver as well. This time he comes on the misdirection, coming from the other side, kind of a reverse. Turns it upfield. He goes airborne here, and boy, Richie puts a hat on him. Mason bounces right back up, though. Tough kid.
Second down and 5 for Berwick. Roberts comes in motion, split backfield. Paulus, play action, wide open, Soboleski, 15, still on his feet, 10-yard line. That's the same play they called on the touchdown.
Exactly. Kind of a screen to the left side there. You get a good shot at Jason Soboleski. Boy, he just epitomizes a football player.
Pickup of 19 on that last play. 6'4", 225, and he's wearing that Johnny Unitas haircut.
Yeah. All he needs is the high tops. A little play action fake. No one really out there to block. Kind of like a you're on your own type screen. They slip him out there.
First down, B.J. Hayes at the 5. Inside the 5, fights his way for some more yardage.
Getting the younger guys in the action now. B.J. Hayes is going to be a good one. A sophomore, his first carry on the day, and not a bad one to the left side. Gets it down to the doorstep.
B.J. Hayes with 28 carries coming into this ball game. Want to get him some action here in the second half. 7:10 to go, third quarter. Berwick leads it 35-0, and they're looking to put some more points on the board. Sobolewski up the middle. Did not get in. Down to the 1, 3rd and goal.
Berwick will be taking their time on these plays. They can take as much time off the clock as need be.
Sobolewski lines up right behind Paulus. Sobolewski's in. Touchdown, Berwick. His 3rd touchdown of the day. He also has a 2-point conversion. Berwick's lead now at 41-0. Sobolewski with 16 touchdowns coming in. Add 3 more this afternoon and that 2-point conversion.
One thing you won't see is fans leaving early. The more points, the better. They love it here.
Paulus on to tack on the extra point. George Curry has to be delighted with the way his team has played offensively and defensively this afternoon.
Near perfection.
Perfect snap. Placement's good. Kick is up, and it's perfect as well. 6:26 to go, 3rd quarter. Berwick now leading Shamokin 42-0.
Really think about it, John. Have we seen a blown blocking assignment yet? Have we seen a missed snap? Have we seen any fumbles? We haven't seen really any mental mistakes from Berwick. They are just putting on an absolute clinic, just executing to perfection. They are well schooled, and they are just ready for the playoffs right now because they are at top form. Sobolewski going through a little nonchalant maybe through the line, and Waugh comes up to make a big stick for Shamokin. That guy was 325 pounds. Chris Waugh, number 65, but Sobolewski got in.
There you see Berwick head coach George Curry in his 22nd year. And it looks like he has a date in the Eastern Conference Class AAA final next week. Mason boots it away. Kurtz slips down, ball still loose. He picks it up. And he gets out to the 30-yard line. Shamokin 1st and 10. That last scoring drive by the Bulldogs following the interception, 8 plays, 47 yards, time of possession, 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Sobolewski with his 3rd TD of the ball game.
The key plays, the offsides penalties on Shamokin, and of course that little screen pass, little waggle pass to Sobolewski out of the backfield.
6:06, 3rd quarter.
You can still hear Curry screaming his instructions from the sidelines.
2 tight ends. Kurtz lone setback. Hodrick to Ritchie. Incomplete. Good coverage by Ryan Mason. Let's go down to the sidelines and Kevin Jordan.
John Terry, the injury report on Ray Fisher, he has a twisted left ankle. They've taped him up on the side of the field. He said that he wants back in this ball game. Of course, when he said that, the score was 35-0. Now it's 42-0. He may want to rethink that.
I think you might be right, Kevin. We're getting to the point in the ball game. There's so much time left. Berwick already up 42-0. How many points will the Bulldogs score this afternoon? They've scored 65 against Coughlin earlier in the season. That was a 65-6 victory. Confusion in the Shamokin backfield. They decide to use their first timeout here in the 2nd half.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Paulus comes out at quarterback. He probably will because Pecorelli is injured. Who is the backup quarterback? After that, it would be Bennett. Mike Bennett hasn't really taken too many snaps this year, so I got a feeling Paulus will be in there, and as long as he's in there, boy,
and also
points can go away.
Also, the name Orlando has popped up as a possible replacement as a quarterback if need be.
So talented. All these players are so versatile. They can play both ways, return kicks. Talking about Orlando, Pecorelli's, Paulus, they're all so good. The Sobolewskis, just breeding incredible talent.
Last 8 times Berwick and Shamokin have met. The Bulldogs have won. It will be 9 in a row at the conclusion of this ball game.
Let's give a mention, though, John, to the Berwick offensive line led by Tony Saltasia, because nobody has even gotten close to Paulus this afternoon. Saltasia, Krupp, Whitmer, Stoker, they all done an outstanding job on the offensive line this afternoon.
Time is back in. 2nd down and 10. 5:53 here, 3rd quarter. Trips to the far side. Hodrick looks, throws, complete, close to a first down. Morosky on the reception.
J.J. Cleaver came up to make the stop. Another person inserted into the lineup. Once again, Shamokin going with what has worked in the first half. That seems to be one of the few plays that has worked effectively for them this afternoon. That quick look-in pass. Hodrick firing it out there, too.
3rd down and 1 for Shamokin. Hodrick will keep it himself. He's close to the stick. They may have to measure this one. Timeout down on the field.
Well, the rain continues to fall here. It's a steady rain now, and that's not going to help Shamokin's cause at all, because they're going to have to throw the football, and the work cut out for them, keeping that ball dry.
Shamokin came in at 8-3 with losses to Coughlin, Pottsville, and Salesianum of Delaware last weekend. You see some of the Berwick fans, they're going to stick it out. They have waited for this matchup between Berwick and Shamokin. They're not going to leave now.
Sure.
It was a first down, so Shamokin continues on the drive. 1st and 10. They're at their own 41. Jake Davis, right in his belly, but it bounces out incomplete. Those are the kind of plays, especially on 1st down, that will kill you.
Yep, you got to get on top early. You got to get a couple yards at least on 1st down, especially when you're down so far as Shamokin is because when you're looking at 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, it's just makes it that much more tougher. Jake Davis has been making great catches all afternoon. That time it just ricocheted off his pads. Didn't get his hands up there quite well enough.
Jeff Hodrick being recruited by such schools as Maryland and Duke and West Virginia are all taking a look at this kid. Trips near side. 2nd down, 10.
Look at
Hodrick under pressure, throws, complete at the 45. They'll mark his forward progress somewhere back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that time Shamokin just let Sobolewski come in unmolested, and that's a scary sight if you're sitting back there at quarterback. I think this one is against Berwick. Hodrick once again as Sobolewski comes screaming in. He just dumps it off there just in time. Hetler can't make the tackle, but everyone else and their brother comes in to fill and make the tackle.
You look how many Berwick football players are around that football after Jarosky made the catch.
They're such good tacklers, though, that you really don't see them gang tackling too much because usually the first guy can bring anyone down because they're so disciplined.
3rd down and 7. Hodrick, Weaver on the blitz, almost intercepted. Trying to set up that middle screen, but Berwick knew it was coming. 63, Randy Weaver was in Hodrick's face, 4th down.
Well, if you're going to set up the middle screen, you have to do just that. You have to set it up. You have to hold your block at least for 1 or 2 counts to make it seem like you are pass blocking, and then let the defensive lineman through. You can't just let them through hog wild because then they'll just sniff it out. Here, Shamokin, they don't even hold their blocks for a couple counts. Hodrick had to let go of it before he even had a chance to set up.
Hodrick back at his own 32 to punt the ball away. Orlando is the lone return man. He's at his own 27-yard line. Almost blocked. Hodrick just gets it away. Orlando at the 25. Picks up a block at the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Berwick will go back on the offense, and they have been so dangerous this afternoon, leading 42-0.
They work so hard on all facets of the game, even the kicking game. Look at this, just a near block, just missing. I'm not sure who that was, John. I see a big smear for the number.
Might have been B.J. Hayes, number 34.
It was Mike Sobolewski.
Mike Sobolewski. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs now at their own 36-yard line. They'll set up in the eye. Paulus hands it off. Mason over the 40, 41-yard line.
Alluding to that, Berwick being so good in every facet of the game. I remember when I was here for the Coughlin game and they were on top big at halftime. George came back over to the sidelines and kind of kidding with him, saying, because he missed some extra points in the first half. It's the only flaw they had in that first half of football. And I said, geez, George, you got to work on those extra points. Kind of looked at me and said, yeah, I know. So he's never happy. He always feels his teams can do better. They certainly respond to his efforts.
Again, Mason, the ball carrier over the 45. Short of the first down, it will be third down. We'll call it 1.
Little counter play, trap action to the left side. Mason getting in there. There was a hole. Saltasia holding his block just long enough to spring Mason for a few yards. A little short of the first down.
Bill Butke credited with that last tackle. Set up with the power to the left side. Give it to Sobolewski. First down over the midfield stripe and into Shamokin territory for Berwick.
Even if you do have this guy stop at the line of scrimmage, he's going to take you just for momentum's sake alone. He's going to get at least 2 yards nearly every play, just because the size of the kid. It's like putting a lineman in the backfield. Sobolewski his momentum is just so forceful, and he just comes right at you. Really wasn't much of a hole there, but he made made something out of nothing and got the first down. Just got enough that he needed.
On that power play, they'll put the blockers right in the gaps in case anybody's trying to shoot the gaps, and then give the ball to Jason. Ryan Mason turns the corner. Good running. Knocked out of bounds. 41-yard line. So they're giving Mike Sobolewski a break in that tailback position, and Ryan Mason has come on to do a good job.
Even if you do have a team that's so good and schooled in defensive play as far as taking away the pass, if you take away Paulus, if you're able to do so, which no one has been able to do this year, Berwick has so many weapons out of the backfield as far as running the football. There you see Mason, really unheralded running back, but he would be starring for practically any other team this year.
P.J. Hayes now at tailback, picks up the first down over the 35 to the 33. Minute 45 to go, third quarter. Everybody's seeing some action now in that Berwick backfield.
Just a methodical drive right now by the Dogs, trying to chew up the clock, wear the Indians down even more.
There you see part of the crowd here at Crispin Field, and that is our broadcast location up there. WYOU are up there with Borden and Wise Potato Chips and the rest of the crew. First and 10, 32. Of Shamokin. Sobolewski in there now. Over to 25 to the 24. Ritchie with the hit. They continue to pound that left side.
That was a great block by Brian Krupp. Watch him, number 75. He's pulling from his guard position, just drives the guy out of the way, and Sobolewski just turned the corner on the left side. Excellent seal by the Berwick offensive line, sealed everyone to the inside. Sobolewski scooted outside for a nice gain.
Second and 2. Pitch. Sobolewski slips, met at the line and knocked backwards. Berwick continues to run behind Tony Saltasia and Ken Tonkinson. Curry says about Saltasia, he was only 6 feet tall. If he was 6'4", he would be in the NFL. North Pocono leading Montoursville 8-0. That's a second quarter score, Class AAA semifinal. Elsewhere, Scranton Prep is leading Honesdale now by the count of 14-12. Of course, Berwick will meet the winner of Montoursville, North Pocono. That will be next Saturday right here on WYOU.
We'll have to check to see how Taryn Ash is doing in that game against Prep.
What a runner that kid is. Yeah. B.J. Hayes now at the tailback position. Takes the pitch, bobbles it over the 20, and he's at the 15-yard line. Again, they're just going to run left, run left, run left. The third quarter has drawn to a close. In the Eastern Conference semifinal, Berwick's lead now over Shamokin. 42-0. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
It's confounding. Where is this economy headed? And how can you invest when you don't know where the interest rates are going? Franklin First's revolutionary CD makes it easy. If interest rates go up during your 2-year term, you get a chance to lock in at the higher rate. You don't need a crystal ball to beat the interest rate guessing game. You just need to know who to see.
We make the best Stoker stoves today. A 4-day burn leaves you with more leisure time. You never shake a grate. There's no dust to clean up. It's totally automatic. There's no overheating or chimney fires. Does your old stove do this for you? It's time you got an Alaska Stoker stove. See one burning today. Call 1-800-HOT-BTUs for your nearest Alaska stove dealer. That's 1-800-HOT-BTUs.
This region is blessed with some of the best high school football in the nation, but until this season, that excitement was limited to what you get in the stands. As a part of our commitment to the community, WYOU this year put over $1 million of equipment into this broadcast truck, making sure we bring you the best in live high school football action. It's been a terrific season for us so far, and we hope for you. If you haven't caught the YOU Game of the Week, give us a shot on Saturday, Championship Saturday. It's a triple header. It all starts at 11 o'clock, and we guarantee you, we won't let you down.
A lot of other restaurants talk about flame broiling like they invented it or something. Well, actually, fire cooking was a technique invented by Pithecanthropus man over 5,000 centuries ago. They called them burning.
Come get a great big deal on a great big steak. Bonanza's half-pound New York strip, only $6.99, including our food bar.
Unfortunately, your lightning broiled mastodon wasn't as tender as the char-broiled entrees here at Bonanza.
Bonanza, where the extras don't cost extra.
Get your weekly dose of nature awareness. Watch Bird's Eye View, Tuesdays on News 22 at 5:30.
Welcome back to Crispin Field at Berwick. The Berwick Bulldogs leading Shamokin now 42-0. Start of fourth quarter action. Second and 3 for the 15. Fumbled snap. Paulus picks it up, looks to make something out of it, and he's stacked up at the 16-yard line. We talked about it here in his fourth quarter. That's the first error Berwick has made on offense today.
First miscue of the game. It's not a bad time for it to happen when you're up 42-0 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Just a problem on the snap that time. I'm not sure if it was Paulus or Whitmire. Couldn't get the ball up there. Just Paulus at least had the presence of mind to pick it up and get what he could.
And Berwick has called a timeout here in the fourth quarter. Paulus has come to the sidelines. And they're changing some jerseys over there right now. Paulus changing into jersey number 10. Maybe Kevin Jordan can find out what's going on down there. I saw Paulus's jersey was ripped to shreds. So now he has put on the jersey number 10.
My old number, John.
Number 10.
Yeah.
You know, we arrived here at Crispin Field this morning at about 10 o'clock, and already the fans were in the stands and people are outside, and that's the siren man. He hooks up his siren to a battery that he keeps in a nice little cooler, and he wakes everybody up in town. He says it's football Saturday. And there you see some of the crowd lining up outside. It must have been 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning to get tickets.
And I tell you what, that siren sound is the sweetest sound to a Berwick fan's ears.
We missed those hot dogs. Yeah, I didn't see those.
I didn't get any of those.
That's because we were at the Villa Capri, eating Italian at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
Paulus out of the shotgun and wearing number 10. Over the middle, it's complete. B.J. Hayes, if he didn't slip, might have had himself 6 points.
Good pressure that time by Shamokin as everyone came through the line of scrimmage. Hayes just slipped around the left side. Got underneath the linebackers, came across the middle, and just lost his footing.
11:07, fourth quarter. Berwick still driving. 4th down and 1. Power formation. Soboleski takes the football over the left side. He has the first down. Kevin Jordan down on the sidelines. What's going on?
Well, John and Terry, you wanted to know what the reason was for the switch in the jerseys for Paulus, Ron Paulus. Here's the reason. This is what it looked like. The equipment manager here for the Berwick Bulldogs, the man they call Fritz the Cat, has got, look at this. It's torn to shreds. He looks like 77 instead of 7. So they quick switch jerseys. He's wearing number 10 now, Will, for the rest of the game. And who has to sew this up now, Fritz?
Fritz the Cat.
Fritz the Cat will have to sew it. Well, get to work. You got a job ahead of you.
Thank you.
Back to you, John and Terry.
Kevin, I'd hold on to that jersey with the career Ronnie Paulus has in front of him. That might be worth a lot of money someday.
Reading my mind. Keep that, Kevin. This guy's going to be playing in the pros someday.
4th down and 5. There was a penalty on that last play. Paulus rolling right. Has running room, but throws. Touchdown, Berwick. Ryan Mason. 17-yard touchdown pass. Bulldogs now up by the count of 48-0. Well, it doesn't matter what jersey he's wearing. He's still going to throw the touchdown pass.
It's amazing just watching this guy. It's almost looking like that he's not even trying. It's like if he really tried, they threw every down, he could just take any team apart, really. You're not overstating the obvious, but Paulus is something special.
And Paulus with the extra point. 10-10 to go for the quarter. Berwick now leading Shamokin 49-0. Paulus coming into this game with 117 points. We'll need a calculator to add up what he has done here this afternoon.
Well, I'm sure he's got some impressive stats. This time Paulus just a designed rollout, sprints to the right, the pump fake. He's got a sixth sense with his receivers. Mason knows where to go. Mason just releases to the outside. Just see the out pattern, then he goes up, turns it up. He's got the receiver, or Jake Davis, turned around the defender, stumbling, and boy, right on the money. Unbelievable.
The problem there is nobody to take Paulus as he was rolling out, so Davis started to come up, thinking Paulus would run, and then Mason headed for the end zone. Ritchie at the 30. 35, he has some running room. 45, and he finally slips down.
As good as Paulus is, John, he's had all day to throw this afternoon. He's had all season to throw as well. He very rarely gets sacked because he's got a great scrambling ability, but more than that, his line does a fantastic job.
Once again, Shamokin off the kickoff has some good field position. Not that it matters at this point in the contest. They're at the 46-yard line, but I'm sure they'd like to put one in the end zone before they take that long bus ride home.
Playing on pride right now. Got to get that goose egg off the board.
Hodrick remains a quarterback. Trips far side. Kurtz still on his feet. Heads for the outside. Gets around the end. He's at midfield. Kurtz has a first down. And he's knocked out of bounds. 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. We haven't called his name very much today because Shamokin has been behind and they've had to throw the football.
Right.
That last scoring drive, and it was a good one. 11 plays, 63 yards, time of possession 5:35. The end result was that touchdown pass from Paulus to Mason.
It's a classic backbreaker. Start out the second half with a long sustained drive like that, you might as well send it in. You got the victory.
1st and 10 for Shamokin. Slot to the near side. They're at Berwick's 38. Hodrick the fake. Has Davis complete. And a first down. Ball is loose. They're saying he was down. Another Shamokin first down. That play has been there all afternoon.
Yep, it certainly has. I can't count how many times Davis has come up with that ball. This time he takes a vicious hit, but he doesn't hang on to it, but apparently he was down. That's a good call. The ground call that caused that fumble anyway. Big hit there, though, and good effort by Davis. He's given it his all this afternoon. Doing a heck of a job out there. Hodrick trying to get something on the board.
1st and 10, Berwick 25. Pitch, Kurtz, Weaver. Slicing in to make the first hit.
Well, Berwick has given up most of their points in the 4th quarter, but the statistics don't have an asterisk there saying that most of the time the 2nd and 3rd stringers are in the game at that point. So that's the reason for that. They haven't given up a touchdown in the 1st quarter, like you said, all season long. That's amazing, really, if you think about it.
20 points in the 2nd quarter, 6 points in the 3rd quarter. You figure the regulars are in there, and then
right.
4th quarter, when you start to empty the bench, they've given up 34 points in that 4th quarter.
Still, that's not much.
Loss of a couple on that last play, 2nd down. Hodrick fakes, looking, he's under pressure, tries to turn the corner, can't do it.
Sobolewski.
And Kishba as well. Number 89, Greg Michael, also in the hunt.
Sobolewski's got some good speed. He shuns his blocker here. He's got a great line to the quarterback. Oh, that was my mistake. That's 89, wasn't it?
Greg Michael credited with the sack. Kishbaugh came in to help him out afterwards.
I thought that was 99. Sorry about that, Greg. Good sack, buddy.
Sobolewski will take credit for it,
sure,
if you'd like. Big loss on the play. Second down, we'll call it about 20. Hodrick rolls out. It's been on the run all day. Throws. Incomplete. 25. Chad Ritchie, the intended receiver.
Well, Hodrick is rolling out. He's trying to get something because his pocket hasn't been there much this afternoon, so he's trying to roll out and see if he can buy himself some more time. I'll tell you a little something about Jeff Hodrick, John. He's #1 in his class. The guy had a 1290 on his SATs. He's a very intelligent kid who probably end up going to like a Duke. He's definitely a Division I quarterback. He just really hasn't had the time this afternoon to throw or to do much. He's forced to that 3-step drop in the quick patterns. That has worked well for them this afternoon, but other than that, it's tough to have a passing game when you have no running game to speak of.
There you see some of the offensive line members of the Berwick Bulldogs taking a much-needed breather on the bench. Hodrick, third down, throws, incomplete. Purity just threw that away. Once again, it was into double coverage. Chad Ritchie, the intended receiver. And the Bulldogs, that was a 4th down play, will take over on downs. If in the waning moments of this game you hear Terry Gurn singing the tune Having My Baby, he and his wife Jennifer are expecting at any time, and I mean any time, and the big day is coming.
Yeah, it's coming quick.
If not today, tomorrow, and definitely by Tuesday.
Well, we haven't gotten the phone call yet, so that's good.
Maybe they got it, they're just not telling you.
Yeah.
Sobolewski over the 40. Good hit by Jake Davis as Sobolewski had a good head of steam. Pick up at 5 or 6 on the play.
We have the stats, John.
10 of 15, 251 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That's a real good percentage, and that's an awful lot of yards. Typical Ron Paulus afternoon, however.
And I believe that was his first touchdown pass wearing the number 10.
Bennett at a quarterback now.
Bennett, the pitch to Hayes over the 40, close to the first down, and he has it. B.J. Hayes with some good second and third effort.
Good move by Curry to get Paulus out of there. I don't think he'd ever forgive himself if Paulus got injured, and God forbid something like that would happen to this Berwick team, because they're on a mission this year. So if any team comes in here to have to face them, they better have done their homework, and they better have some, I don't know, trick plays or something. They better be well schooled, and they better not make any mistakes, because you're going to have to hope that Berwick doesn't play a good game and you play a perfect game. I don't care what team you're talking about around this area. Berwick is the best.
Mike Bennett, the sophomore in the heir apparent to that quarterback job next season. B.J. Hayes, stutter step, and he takes a pretty good hit after a short gain. You talk about Berwick over the years and the quarterbacks, and you know, you can talk about Bo Orlando and that kid right there, that's his big brother, quite a player back in the early 80s here at Berwick. Jake Kelchner, Joe Kelchner, Ron Paulus, and Mike Bennett will be another one in the long line of great high school quarterbacks here at Berwick High School.
And Pecorelli will probably be calling the shots too for Berwick next year as a great athlete.
Bennett, Sobolewski, and he goes down. Number 58 for Shamokin, Jeff Steele, came in there. Tough to identify him because he's been playing in the mud today and his number is partially obscured. That was a tough hit. Some of Shamokin's biggest hits have come late here in the 4th quarter with 4:48 to go.
I'd like to see Bennett's arm, John. I heard this kid's got a heck of a throwing arm. I'm sure Curry won't want to put the ball up in the air, but he's a tall kid. He's got that perfect build for a quarterback. See what he could do from...
you know, we could talk about that quarterback situation as we look some of the Berwick starters laughing it up. They realize this game is in in the bag. Next season for George Curry, you mentioned Pecorelli. I'm talking about Bennett. Pecorelli's an outstanding wide receiver. He will be a senior next season. Bennett will be a junior. Do you go with Bennett, the junior, give him 2 years as your quarterback, or do you go with Pecorelli, the senior, have him the 1 year, and then have Bennett go the 1 year?
It's like a win-win situation. Because, you know, you can't lose. Even Orlando could play quarterback if need be, and all three of the guys can catch. So it's almost they're interchangeable, and it's a no-lose situation for George Curry. A good situation to be in. Unbelievable talent that is down here at Berwick.
You see the timeouts remaining. Shamokin with just one. Berwick has all three of theirs, and I seriously doubt if they
the clock
use any of
mercifully
those.
ticking down at this point.
There you see part of the large crowd here at Crispin Field. This place, you know, on average will get anywhere from 8 to maybe 10,000 people in a big ball game. They say the record here was back in the early 60s of about 12,000. They were expecting a near record crowd here today, but I think the weather and the fact the game was on TV held the crowd down a little bit, but still not much room to view this game if you're here in person.
And they don't budge until the clock ticks down to 0.
3rd and 13, Bennett throws behind the line of scrimmage. Mike Kaufman showing his stuff over midfield to the 49-yard line.
The sophomore.
As the bench continues to empty, Chad Roberts, number 23, is also in there. Roberts with a big catch early on in this game when it was still up for grabs.
Shamokin as well has a bunch of nice white jerseys in there.
It's a little screen play that didn't really develop the way the Bulldogs would have liked.
No, but Kaufman made something out of nothing. He improvised and cut it back to the left side. Nice cut there. Not much going on the right side, so he broke it off to the left.
There you see some of our crew members who are here in the wee hours. Joe Butash, one of those guys here at 6 o'clock in the morning and setting up and standing out here in the rain to give you these great pictures here this afternoon. Whistle down on the field.
We have a dead ball, a false start, offense, repeat the down, same down.
That same down is 4th down, and now 11 yards for a Bulldog first down. They will go for it. I don't think they want to bring Ron Paulus back in to boot the ball away. They're in the eye, wing to the left. Comes to the wingman. B.J. Hayes at the 50. Hayes still on his feet. B.J. Hayes, a crowd favorite, may have himself a first down.
Well, the numbers at the end of this game are certainly going to be gaudy in favor of Berwick as far as rushing and passing yards go, because they're just sticking to the ground and they keep churning it out. I don't think they really want to score here, but they might not be able to help themselves. They're moving right down the field pretty well.
And Hayes did pick up the needed yardage, a 12-yard run and a first down.
Ironic, you know, every one of George's assistant coaches has played at Berwick. He, of course, didn't play here, but all of his coaches except for John Jola played at Berwick.
Bulldogs still moving. B.J. Hayes off tackle, 37-yard line. 3:23 as the clock continues to tick down. George Curry played his college ball at Temple University. We asked him earlier in the week, would you be interested, George? You're filling that vacancy. And his reply, only if I went with him as offensive coordinator.
That's right. So what about it?
Hey, I'm there.
Then I'll just move into your position.
I knew there was an ulterior motive.
Sure.
You're taking my pictures down already. But I think Ron Dickerson, the former Penn State assistant, is going to get that job at Temple. They're expected to make that announcement come Tuesday.
Hey, Curry's living the good life here. He's not going to be leaving anytime soon.
Handoff, Jordan Kessler. And he gets it out over the 30-yard line. And another Berwick first down. Well, it was a fumble. The ball came loose. Shamokin recovers. Let's watch it again.
See the handoff up the middle. See if someone gets a hand in on this to knock it away, or what happens. Yep. Well, looked like to be a helmet maybe got on there.
Sladisco, number 66, with the hit. I believe that was Kessler's first carry. Stood him up, and the ball popped loose, and Shamokin recovers. So at 2:26 to go, fourth quarter.
At least they keep him out of the end zone one more time.
First Berwick turnover here this afternoon. 49-0. Stamets now in the ball game as quarterback. Quick pitch to Kurtz. Kurtz, far sideline, picks up a couple on the play. Mason comes up to make the hit. Michael was there as well.
J.J. Cleaver, number 88, takes Kurtz out, and
Scott Kurtz
all over the place.
Rushed for almost 1,200 yards this season. Big part of their offense when Hodrick went down with the injury. It was Kurtz right, Kurtz left, right up the middle. He was the guy that carried the offense during the middle of the season.
Not a very big kid, but Dave Zielinski really thinks this kid may have a future as a Division I prospect. He's got another year to improve, and he's a very good runner.
Stamets, complete. Penalty flag. Ritchie doing some dancing, and about 6, 7, 8 Berwick tacklers in on the play. There's another flag.
A little pushing and shoving going on in the sidelines as well.
At least one of those calls will be a personal foul. Bob Spagna trying to sort this thing out. This has been a well-played football game as far as the standpoint. It's been very clean. There's been no altercations. Doesn't appear there's been any trash talking down on the field during the course of this game.
No, that's good too. I think that all of that is just for the week and
right here
to appease us and the radio people, newspapers.
We have a live ball foul on the run, holding by the offense, followed by a dead ball foul by the defense. Live ball, dead ball, we must enforce both fouls. We will go back 10 yards on the holding. Go ahead. Then we will come 15 on the dead ball. And we will repeat the down. He's got...
Bob Spagna, thank you very much for sorting that out for us. That was the replay. We didn't see the hold, and it was shortly after the pileup that the personal foul penalty was tacked on.
Bob, the walking rule book. This guy knows it all.
I'll tell you what, he wrote us a short letter this week explaining one of his calls in last week's game, Western Wayne and Montrose.
We were up there basically not knowing what happened. There were so many flags on the field, and gave up on the call. Bob told us exactly.
He explained it to us.
He told us the deal.